Yes.
Can we go back on Russia for a minute and another question? Is it not accurate that you now estimate there might be up to 18,000 troops near that border between Russia and Ukraine? And isn't the reality that you have seen very recently a number of additional heavy weapons, including SA-22 surface-to-air missiles and long-range artillery, go across? And my second question is, can you bring us up to date on this threatening encounter the Chinese military has had with the U.S. Navy this week in the air?
Okay, there's a lot there, Barbara. Let's start with Ukraine. I'm reticent, as I typically am, to give a hard number on Russian troops arrayed along the border. I have said for several weeks now that it's north of 10,000. I believe it is still north of 10,000. We do believe that they continue to add to their battalion tactical groups there along the border. And
is it not closer to 18, well north of 10?
I'm going to stay where I've stayed, which is it's north of 10. It does fluctuate. Now, we have seen a consistent increase in the last week or so. Haven't exactly seen troops moving away. They have certainly added and reinforced those troops. But again, I'm really reticent to get into numbers. It's hard for us here in the Pentagon to give an exact order of battle for another military's forces when you're not there with them. So, well, north of 10,000, I think that's fair to say. More worrisome than the number is the readiness and the capability that exists in these battalion tactical groups. They are, as I've described before, combined arms capable, armor, artillery, infantry, air defense. They're very ready, they're very capable, they're very mobile, and they continue to do nothing but just increase the tension on the other side with Ukraine. Just as, and this gets to your second of three questions, just as worrisome is the continued support to the separatists, which continues to this day and does include heavy weapon systems, air defense systems, artillery systems, tanks. So we're seeing a lot of hardware going across that border on a routine basis.
And Russian troops?
Well, it's hard to believe. I think it strains credulity to think that this equipment's not moving across the border accompanied by Russian forces. I wouldn't get into an estimate right now. But again, let's not get fixated on the numbers, and we tend to drill down on that. I mean, I think what's more worrisome is the capabilities. The capabilities that exist in those troops on that side of the border, and the capabilities that continue to find their way into separatist hands or in support of separatist actions. That's the real problem, and that's what needs to stop. Now,